Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Riley's Redzone. First video with the new logo. Quick, go check out the video from yesterday if you haven't already. But today I'm going to be giving my Week 9 NFL picks. So last week I didn't do too good. I went 7-7. The week before, though, I was 11-3. So last week there were a lot of upsets that I didn't expect to happen. A lot of people didn't expect to happen. Like the Dolphins absolutely dominated the Rams. The Broncos made a great comeback against the Chargers. Some of those games. But today I'm going to be talking about who I think wins this week. So the Packers and the Niners, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I picked the Packers. The second Aaron Jones was ruled active, that was the turning point for me. Otherwise, it could have been close with how both teams have their weaknesses. So Aaron Jones being in the lineup definitely helped them and got them a win. So I'm 1-0 to start. But then I'm going to talk about the rest of the games this week. So Texans and Jaguars. The Texans have looked like a much better team with Romeo Crennel instead of Bill O'Brien. They've actually tried to win some football games, and the Jaguars are without Gardner Minshew this week. They are having to start a rookie out of Oregon State, 6th-round pick, I believe, and that's about where I had him as well. He's a decent player, I guess, but like from what I've seen, but I don't think he's where Gardner is right now. So they're definitely without that, and they're already, I think, the worst team. So I'm taking the Texans in this matchup. So I think the Texans beat the Jaguars. Then we have the Giants and the Washington football team. I picked the football team the first time these two teams played, and it was a very close game, and they narrowly lost to the Giants. And I think this time it flips the other way. I'm picking them again now they're at home. Daniel Jones has not looked great. And they're without Saquon still at the running game. Golden Tate, they're kind of suspending for this week. They're missing a lot of pieces. Devontae Freeman still also banged up. Saquon and Devontae Freeman. But I don't love Washington's quarterback situation still. I do think eventually they should go to Alex Smith. But Kyle Allen, for now, I guess is okay. And I think he gets them enough today to get a win. So next, I'm going to go with the Ravens and the Colts. So I am picking the Ravens. I think the Colts are very overrated. I took them last week against the Lions, and I got that one right. But I do think they're very, very overrated. Don't get me wrong here. Phillip Rivers was the right quarterback to pick for them. But I don't think it puts them over the top past an average playoff team. So I think that the Ravens get a win here today. I think the run game is strong again. And but if the Colts need something to, if they have a chance, they need Jonathan Taylor to get going because they're missing T.Y., so they're pretty injured as well. Lions and Vikings now. I am a Vikings fan, but you've seen in this channel, I've picked against them many times this year, but today I'm picking for them. I think that the Vikings pull off a win. They're having a lot of momentum. This is just the key. We saw it on Sunday. They need to do what they're designed to do, is run through Dalvin Cook. You're paying him a lot of money. You signed him long term. You win games through him. So you really need to give him the ball. I know he can be very injury prone, and obviously you're taking a risk there, but you need to give him the ball as much as possible if you want to win football games if you're the Minnesota Vikings. So they're playing against the Lions, and Kenny Golladay is very banged up, and I believe he's actually out. So I think that's huge. I think the Lions end up losing because of that. That's big. They need to get the run game going for Detroit, too. Last week they struggled. Swift got, I had him on one of my fantasy teams and got, I think it was 2 or 3 carries at one point. It was not good. They weren't giving him the ball. They need to give Swift the ball. Peterson is fine, and maybe they'll try to get him going against his former team. But I think the Vikings win this matchup today. It should be a close one, though. Bears and Titans, I am very shocked at the amount of people taking the Bears. The Titans had one bad game. Well, 2. I should say they had 2 losses. They played okay against Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry was not what he was, but yes, it was terrible being blown out by the Cincinnati Bengals last week. That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. But I think that they bounce back here. The Bears are who we thought they were. They're still I think also I'm not gonna say they're overrated. They've played at times how they need to have their record, but they're not as good as their record shows. And I thought they'd get a win last week against the Saints, and they weren't able to. And that was disappointing for them. But then we have, I think that the Titans get a win here. It's very close, but I think the Titans, after one really bad week, they're still a good football team, so I'm taking them. Then we have Panthers, Chiefs. The Chiefs are just a better football team all around. I'm seeing some Panthers picks around here. I'm going with the Chiefs. They're just a better football team all around. Teddy's looked okay, but I think this offense with, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, all those names, now they have Le'Veon Bell as well. I think it's too much. So I think the Chiefs get a win there. And then we've got Seahawks, Bills. Almost combined it there, Seahills, but I think that this is a close one. But the Seahawks, Russell Wilson is just too good right now. He's unstoppable. Let Russ cook. I think the Bills are a little overrated as well. So I think overall that the Seahawks are going to win this game. So I think Russell's just too much. DK is on a whole nother level right now. So I think the Seahawks get that win. Then we have the Broncos, Falcons. I think the Broncos end up with a win, surprisingly. I didn't pick them last week, but I'm picking them right now. I am technically kind of picking an upset. A lot of people think that the Falcons are going to win this game, but the Falcons, yes, they performed well against Minnesota, but besides that, really not too much. So I think that as long as the Broncos have Drew Lock back for good, I think they're honestly on a little stretch here that they can get going pretty well on offense. So I think they end up with a win here today in an upset pick there, I believe. Then we have the Raiders, Chargers, and probably, in my opinion, the most overrated team is the the Las Vegas Raiders. Forgot they moved to Oakland. But I think the Las Vegas Raiders are one of the more overrated teams. They've got a decent record. I mean, John Gruden's an okay coach, but I don't think they're what their record shows. And I love the way Justin Herbert's playing. I won't say I loved him coming out of college. He's proved me wrong. He's proved a lot of people wrong. But they just haven't gotten the wins from him yet, and that's so sad because he's playing like an MVP out there, and sometimes his team is not enough to get him win. And I like Anthony Lynn though as a head coach. You need to keep it going. If after this first year, you can't let go of Anthony Lynn right now. Just give him another chance next year if they don't do super well. But they're playing good enough to win games. They just are not. So I think they pull off a win here against the Las Vegas Raiders today. Then we have the Dolphins and Cardinals, which is the two players I have in the thumbnail. Tua's second start now. I like Tua a lot. They performed well last week, but I think the Cardinals are really good. Kyler, DeAndre Hopkins, I think those are some huge pieces. And I know Hopkins at one point kind of had an injury, so to get that bye week now, last week, that was really key, as now he might be close to full strength. So that's great. And then we have this, so I'm picking the Cardinals there. Then we have the Steelers and the Cowboys. I'm taking the Steelers. I don't know how people are not. This could be a trap game, 100%. But if you're telling me that the Dallas Cowboys are starting Garrett Gilbert or Cooper Rush, I have a Cooper Rush signature, so maybe you should start and boost that price there. But if they have to start Garrett Gilbert, I don't know. You might as well tank at this point, to be honest. Penei Sewell, Micah Parsons, somebody. Well, I guess you're good at linebacker, but you need to get somebody out there, get some more pieces, because without any quarterback, basically they're done. But then, so this could be a trap game, but I think the Steelers run all over it. I love the way Ben's been playing, and I didn't really talk about it much, but in my head, I knew Ben was kind of underrated this year. I think you can kind of tell with my top 25 quarterbacks I talked about him, but people really started forgetting about Ben just because he didn't play last year. And he's got a great connection with Juju and his other receivers. Claypool's going off. And then on defense, they have to have the best defense in the league right now, so that's key. Then we have the Saints and the Bucks. This is going to be, I was going to make this the thumbnail, but I just used the Saints last week, and I used the Bucks a few weeks ago. But my goodness, is this going to be a game of the season? This is amazing. I'm so excited to watch this one tonight. This might be the best game we've had so far on paper. This is going to be awesome. We're seeing the top 2 statistical quarterbacks of all time match up. This is crazy. So I'm really excited for it. Now, I think the Bucks pull it off this time. I think, if I remember correctly, I think the Saints actually won that first week against them. Maybe I'm thinking wrong here, but I think the Bucks pull it off at home. This is going to be a super close game. If Michael Thomas plays too, which it seems he might, that's a game changer as well. So this is going to be a super close game, probably the game of the week, to be honest. Even debating it right now whether I should go with the Saints on offense if they have Michael Thomas, but I think that the Bucks have it enough at home. They're getting their strides on offense, and with AB too, you gotta remember now they have Antonio Brown. I'm picking the Bucks, but just this one's gonna be the closest game of the day, in my opinion, the best game of the day. So make sure you have your TV set to NBC, because that's gonna be the best game. And then finally, we have the Patriots and Jets, and just keep it straight, this is a blowout. Patriots win. Jets are just the worst football team right now. Until they get a win, I can't say otherwise. So, yeah. That's all I have to say. I don't even know if Sam Darnold is playing, to be honest. So that's it there. So that's it for this week. Hopefully I do a little better this week. I did well the previous week. Try to get some more videos out to you guys soon. I'm for sure trying to get these out every week, and then try to maybe get a video in between, kind of. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this format where, you just see me and I'm kind of talking about it, or whether you still prefer the slides and I can maybe work on that as well. So comment down below which format you prefer, or if you want a mix of both. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.